Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lereko-Mohau, a Lesotho Forex trader and mentor, clearly defined by pure price action trading strategies, who has passion in equipping others, beginners likewise, with principles of trading. So this is my Facebook profile. If you can check, it's new. I have an old Facebook profile which was not a page, but I decided this year to come to page format. So if you like to follow me for more, you'll see me here on Facebook. This is my name. So I'm a Forex trader in the southern part of Africa, who has so much passion on trading price action. So today I'll be talking of the mindset of growing small accounts. For the longest of time, if you may see, most traders struggling with consistency and blowing accounts, to some extent tend to have believed that trading is an expensive exercise. I know this may differ from continent to continent. You know, if you get in Africa, Asia, and some parts of the world, trading seems to be a bit cheap, in the sense that unlike the US and Europe and some other heavily regulated countries, as far as financial markets are concerned, trading seems to be expensive because the set of leverage is between 1:30 up to 1:100, and then 1:200 for professional traders, which I believe, as much as those countries are concerned, they have ways to be able to point who can be a professional trader and who cannot be a professional trader. So I always say, if you want to trade successfully, it's always best to practice on small accounts. So brokers have given us, as traders, an option to both trade micro accounts and standard accounts. So specifically, I will not be touching on those brokers, but if you want to link up with brokers which give such accounts, I'll attach that to the comment section. So you will find a minimum deposit of brokers which you can be able to trade small accounts, which I so much encourage micro accounts over standard accounts, because if you check, when you trade standard account, 0.01 lot would be costing something. You know, if you talk of ZAR, something like 42 ZAR if it is gold. If we talk of some cheap pairs like USD JPY, you know, they are quite cheap. If you check this account that I'm showing you, this is a Forex account that I've been trading from 200 ZAR up to the amount of profit that you see on the screen. So if you check the amount of margin, I know you may not understand how I did this, but I'll try and explain. The amount of margin is around 154 ZAR, which I did not open positions all at the same price. There's a strategy which is called compounding, which I'll make a video in the future about it. So all I was saying was, there are brokers which can give you option to open a type of account that is conducive and risk conscious that you can trade small accounts. 200 size relatively something close to $11 if I'm not mistaken. So the first thing you have to consider when you trade small accounts should be skill, because there's no way, in as much as you may want to trade small capital, you can avoid trading with clarity of skill. You know, one of the most useful applications to use when you trade is Trading View. Let me check if I have Trading View. This is Trading View. Normally, most traders around the world use Trading View for analysis. So, because there are several tools which you could use on Trading View in order to do analysis of financial markets. So, first of all, it's important to have proper skills so as you can be able to grow small accounts. So growing small accounts, for example, this is a pair I analyzed for my team today, that we have a likelihood that the market will push to the upside due to a strategy that I may talk on a separate video. But now I'm talking of growing small accounts. So now, one thing you have to understand when you grow a small accounts, which most traders don't really pay attention to, should be, let's get back to an overview of accounts, should be how much do I have in my account. First of, understand your equity, which is your balance, and if it is a micro account, what will be the cost of trading positions that I will be opening. So like it is always said, it's proper for you to focus on risk management anytime you open your trades. So understanding the margin requirements of an account makes it simpler for you to open the positions that can play, so as you may get the profits which you may be looking for. So now you should have a trading plan in terms of targets and how you're going to achieve those results. Proper risk management. It's always not so practical to say you should risk 1% of your account, as Fury says, for small accounts, because 1% of 200 is relatively 2 rand. And 2 rand, yes, there are financial instruments which could cost from 0.1 of a micro account, the wave of that, but it's quite not practical, because if the market goes to your direction, you're subject to even not make that 2 ZAR or even go beyond as far as the market will go. So first of all, I always say to people, what is important is psychology when you trade small accounts. When you trade small accounts, psychology is very important. Understand the role of seed principle. Every seed, I think almost all seeds I know across the whole world, should be smaller seeds that normally produce plants that produce other seeds which are quite bigger. So kind of, when you grow a small account, you should have that mindset. I have 200 ZAR. I should risk a certain amount so that my account, supposing I go to a loss, I should not lose all of my capital. But now, if you grow, let's say you risk 20 rand of your 200 ZAR account, it is now important that you focus. Let's say your target of the day is to make the same amount of margin or even more, let's say 20 rand or 40. And then now, if every day of the week, when your skill is proper, you can be able to manage to make let's say 10% to 15% of that account. Over a period of a month, you can be able to have 200% of the same account. But now when your skill is very proper, you can have results such as I have. But for most people, trading has been considered to be an expensive exercise in terms of deposit, that you can make more money when you have a lot of capital. So over this video, I will show you accounts that I deposited little capital and I made a lot. And you just have to understand that in trading, you have to have a mindset that talks a principle of seed principle. You put one seed of maize into the ground, and then you are subject to get about 2 or 3 corns. And then the seeds that you get out of that corn should be more than the same seed that you put to the ground. So it even talks of time. It takes time to grow a small account. You can use that to put time to grow a small account, because if you check, most traders lose a lot of money because we want to grow funds very quickly. Maybe because you've seen experienced traders making a lot. So it's best that you should understand time is very good for you to see results that are substantial to your trading account. So now I'll be showing you from my gallery. Let me show you from my gallery several accounts which have been trading. These are my screenshots. Don't mind a lot. So I'll try and show you. Even if you check, I grew an account from 200 and then I made profit. Let me check. I made some profit out of the same account. This is the account from 200 deposit, and then after making this return, what I did was to withdraw this 200 capital, so as I trade with the funds that I got from my trading account. So let me just go back and show you a lot. There are several accounts which have been growing, which are small accounts. I'll try and be as efficient as possible just to start somewhere. First, let's check. Okay, no, this one is a standard account. Let's get to, I'm looking for a smaller account. Okay, you see, it was big at this time. I had made a lot of profit. But let's get to maybe some results that we can be able to familiarize with, which are from small accounts. Okay, this is an account with a deposit of 200 ZA, which is an equivalent of $10 or 11 if I'm not mistaken. So I was growing and trading GBP USD. Let's see the charts if I have the charts. Okay, these were the charts. You can see my entry point was around 1.2060, and then continually I went. It grew to 100 ZAR, 105, 112. Let's go as far. Then if you check, okay, let's get back there. If you check, this was the same GBP USD, or there were fundamentals that day, and then during fundamentals there was a shoot upside, and then I got these results. So growing the same GBP USD small account of 200 ZAR, I went into a deposit of 200 ZAR to 453. It's just unfortunate that I made a time period of 3 months. I'm not sure why I did that, but this was the same day. If you can check all of the trades here, which are here, and the amounts, it's even important to even check the amounts. They were the same date. So here is that account. So I went on to grow this account. I traded gold, and then these were the positions which I was trading. And then the account grew and grew and went up to here. So when we got to here, let me check if I closed the positions. Let me check if I closed the positions. We moved on and we moved on because direction was proper. And then we moved on up to 1.2, 1.3. So if you check now, this is same day trades, at least here. It's even shown properly. This is same day trades, a deposit of 200 up to 1,800, and then this is a small account. Now if your skill is very proper and you understand what you're doing, these are the results that you can come up with. Seat mentality. I deposited with a card. If you check 190, normally with the brokers it will be 190 plus 10 rand somewhere along the screen. This is just a screenshot. So these were my trades. So there are several setups, and then now I was continuing to trade AUDJPY. The account was growing. And let me continue. Growing. So I'm trying to practicalize the ideology that you can trade a small account and make a lot. And then this was the return from that setup of AUDJPY and AUDSD, 547 on the same account. So you see, up to now the positions were at 200. I mean, the deposit of 200 on the same week gave us some return of 2,415. So as we go, I'll skip those of the standard accounts so I continued trading. This was GBP USD again, and then up to 3k, 3.1k, let me check, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.5. Okay, so I think I closed those trades and I got up to 3.2. 200 ZAR deposit, 3.2 profit. And then I continued. I went up to 3.8, 3.9, 4,000. Wow. And then when I got up to 4,000, 4.4, and then this is 200 ZAR deposit, and then 4,300 return. So what is important that you have to understand, anytime you come up with profits that you may like, then when you've reached the target, close the positions. This now expands your account, and when your account's equity expands, then your opportunity to make more develops. So now I made a withdrawal of 2,500 on the same account. So basically this is what happened. And now you realize that for someone, you would have believed I have to deposit $100, I have to deposit maybe $1,000 for me to make good money. And so if you check, 4,300 is roughly, it's something close to maybe $300 or 280, somewhere there. Let's just check the reality of how much is 4,000 rands to 4,300 ZAR to 4,300 ZAR to $2. So you see, it's roughly something like 230 USD from a deposit of $10 to $11. This is the profit. And so basically all I'm saying is it is possible to trade small accounts, very possible to trade small accounts, but first of all you have to have proper skill. And provided, let's say you don't have proper skill to be able to manage such account, like I said, this is a micro account, it's not a standard account from a certain broker, which I will attach on comments. This is a micro account. So I trade pure price action, pure price action. So or for someone who may not believe that, so this was the withdrawal that I did. So sorry, let me get back to So where I was, so all I was saying was, trading small accounts just require you to have a seed mentality. If you have seed mentality, you understand that if I have 200, I can risk at least maybe 10% of my account. Or, if your skill is proper, you can risk more, because there is no rule or a limit of putting. It's just you become very risk conscious. So, and then you accumulate profits slowly up to you come up to the balance that can give you something that you can trade better. Because the more the account grows, the more your percentage returns of profits when you have made money in trading grows as well. So I think I will continue to talk of the mindset of growing small accounts on the other videos, so as not to have a longer video version of this one. But here are important aspects to look for. First of all, you should understand what you're doing, because it's not just about figures. Understand what you're doing, and if you don't understand, at least look for a mentor. Look for someone who can teach you trading properly, who can teach you risk management properly, who can even expose you to understand how to trade micro accounts, or even the standard account, if you actually know what you're doing. Because I am saying specifically micro account, because micro account gives you an option to have risk that can fit into a small capital. So, like for example, if you trade in a standard account and then you open an account with $10, and then the margin requirement of just 0.01 lot is something like $2 and something. It says it will not be easy for you to play around risk there. A mistake that you do, you lose that money. So know what you're doing, understand the type of your account you're doing, understand the leverage that you are trading, because there are several leverages. So like I said, for Asian countries and African countries, southern up to north or west of Africa, Aegean, in the side of the Madagascar and the Australian side, I think it's still permissible to trade any form of leverage. But for the US and Europe, you can end up to 1:200 leverage. So when you understand your leverage, when you understand the equity that you have, when you understand how you can compound those profits to move to another level, and you have proper understanding of trading technically, direction of the market, then it puts you at a position that you can now grow a small account and get somewhere. So let me see you on the next video. Like I said, my name is Lereko-Mohau, a trader based I'm based in Lesotho, and I'm so passionate about equipping others on the same pure price action. There are a lot of traders across the whole world who are teaching and mentoring on price action. So supposing you be up to understand these strategies, you can even check me up on my DM, which I will attach on comments, how you can get a hold of me, so as you know, because you have to be technically competent to be able to trade such small accounts. Technically competent, very competent, but with a mindset that small money can grow. Yes, small money can grow. So let me just show you what I posted on this my Facebook account. A bit slow loading. I think some network is not proper. Like now, I was trading volatility, so you see the deposit here was just around $16, and then I got 115. And let me check on others. Okay, this is USD JPY 200 up to 500. Oh, the most recent which I did, let me go to gallery and I show you this. This was the most superb which I did yesterday. the most wonderful which I did yesterday, where I was growing a small account and I made roughly, I flipped. So first of all, let's check. These were the trades. I was compounding. And you check, I've been always trailing all my positions. So this is the amount of money that grew. I grew from 344 to 4,000. The best of all. I'll talk about this on another video. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for notification on upcoming videos. I'll be talking on a lot of topics, just trying to simplify trading for each and every one and not make it as complex as it may seem. So you can even trade from your phone. I'm all trying to communicate that everyone, even someone who may not have a lot of privileges from any part of the world, because privileges will differ on how much you have from different parts of the world. So kind of you can be using your phone, you have data, and as long as, what is important, as long as you have proper skill and psychology to grow accounts, then you can do this. So kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you on the next video. Now we were talking of the mindset of growing small accounts. Cheers, guys.